Hey everybody, my name is Conrad Sparger. I'm currently attending CSUN to get my English teaching credential. I graduated from UC Irvine in 2015 with a degree in cultural anthropology. While at CSUN, I'm hoping to add a secondary authorization for social sciences as my degree is in anthropology. And then hopefully when I start teaching either middle school or high school, preferably high school, I can also coach water polo for a school that is in need of a English or social science teacher as well as a water polo coach. I have been coaching for the last 10 years or so, high school and club level, again for water polo. I also have swimming experience and have been a referee for water polo for many years as well. My goal at the end of all of this at CSUN is to obviously be teaching secondary English or social sciences, and then coaching as well, as I do have a good amount of coaching experience. I chose English despite my degree being in anthropology because I've always been an avid reader as well as an avid writer, and I like to consider myself an above average writer, and I do like editing and reading other people's work and trying to improve on all elements of writing. A little bit of background about why I'd like to teach in general is, I guess it is a family trade. My mom is a 3rd and or 4th grade teacher. It just depends on which year, but typically 3rd or 4th grade. My dad is a retired fire chief for Garden Grove Fire Department, and he teaches fire tech as well as ROP and CPR and other stuff related to fire life safety and firefighting, paramedic fields. My grandma also was a teacher at the middle school that I went to growing up, which is kind of cool. So you could say it runs in the family. Another reason I'd like to teach is because of the coaching. I've been coaching for a while now. It's given me a very positive experience, and I think I've been a positive influence on athletes and athlete families over the last decade or so. So that's a little bit of a background on why I'd like to become a teacher. I like the high school level because at that point I think most teens, when we're getting to junior, senior, we're getting close to being adults, we're going to college. But even freshmen and sophomores are developing in a way that they can express their opinions and defend ideas or anything they want to talk about better than maybe, an elementary school student or even a middle school student. I think there's a higher level of maturity, a higher level of critical thinking, and hopefully there's that desire to improve themselves to get ready for college and the adult world. So since I've only just started learning how to become a teacher, there is obviously some basics, some stuff that I thought that I knew and that I kind of came prepared. But one thing that I've been learning about just recently that I'm hoping to really employ as I move forward as a teacher and as a coach is the culture of error. And I think it's one of the main things I want to focus on as a teacher, and it's encouraging students and or athletes, but specifically students for the sake of what I'm doing here at CSUN, that it's okay to make mistakes, and that voicing your mistakes and asking for clarification both from your teacher or from your classmates is a good thing. It's easier said than done because of course we want students to speak up when they don't understand or if they have questions, they need clarification. But even looking back at myself as a student, I didn't ask questions when I should have, because there is that bit of stage fright or social pressure to not be confused and to not ask for clarification because you're worried, your classmates or even the teacher will be like, why are you asking now? Why can't we move on? Or you should understand that. As a coach, I've never been that way, so I'm hoping that experience of encouraging questions and letting students know that it's okay to make mistakes can transfer over into the classroom from my coaching experience. So culture of error is a huge concept that I am still wrapping my head around and thinking about and planning for the future that I hope to be able to employ. I also believe in connection with students, with people in general. I used to be pretty shy myself, and even making this video right now is a little odd because I don't do stuff like this normally. So bear with me if you're watching through this right now. But I do enjoy connecting with people, even if it's not via a video or via, something like that. I do like a direct connection, which is why I think I'll be a good match for these students. I like finding the things that we can click on, whether it be, basic things like TV or music or just, things like that, but also being able to connect to students on, a deeper level regarding concepts of life, concepts of what's expected, I guess, as a high school English student, let's say, and how those concepts and ideas and virtues we take from our learning, how that applies to the real world, why it's important, and maybe there's a connection in their own lives or something that they've experienced that they can utilize that knowledge and kind of shape an understanding of these bigger concepts. So again, I guess the two biggest concepts that I'd like to focus on in my teaching philosophy are that culture of error, which helps with checking for understanding and making sure that students are comfortable in the classroom. And that second thing that I'd like to focus on is connection, and making sure these students know that I'm not just clocking in, clocking out, that I don't, care about their personal lives or their personal experiences, because I want stuff like that to be, to coincide with what we're learning in the classroom so that it can become more deeply ingrained. I know those are two broad concepts, and there's probably so many things that I will add as I move forward. But I am looking forward to learning more. I'm looking forward to getting the experience that I need to become a successful teacher. And I hope that I can give to these students as much as I plan to. So thanks for listening. Hopefully there'll be more to come.